Alright. Whoa, this camera is facing high. Okay, I need to fix that. Okay, actually, it's too warm. Lovely 4 degrees outside, but nice and warm in here. Yeah, was kidding about lovely. There's nothing lovely about 4 degrees. Well, 5 feels like -3 in Edinburgh just now. Oh well, it is what it is. So, let me just share this. Right, so let's do this. I've just bought a car and I'm going to drive it for the first time in the Nurburgring, and the car is this. Not this one. This one is quite exciting, but I've had it for quite a while. It is state acquired the Polestar 5 Performance. Yeah, that engine doesn't sound great, does it? Sounds like nothing. Well, it's electric, but 871 brake horsepower, which must be, I don't know, 880 PS, potentially. That's how we European measure horsepower. Japanese as well, don't know. Anywho, so let's go to Nurburgring. The usual Nordschleife. Yeah, let's just do Nordschleife. I wonder why there's a gold thing over there right next to the cursor at the bottom of the circuit map. I have no idea what it is. Anyway. Okay. So, 5 laps. Yeah, sounds good. 20 cars, starting 20, 50 meters. Slipstream real. No fuel consumption, no tire wear. Reproduction of track real, very important. And rival cars. One make. Oh, okay, so all of them will be Polestars, I think. Oh, it's a bit annoying. Well. I actually like it when cars get shuffled. Just matched by performance points or whatever. That's typically Gran Turismo 7 does, but not available for this car. Good enough. Okay, I was without ABS, but I'll go for default ABS. No traction control. Settings wise, sports hard. Okay, let's change that. Let's go for sports soft. I think that makes sense. And not slicks, but sports soft. I think that's, a car with 800, almost 900 horsepower should be equipped with the grippiest rubber that a production car, road car has access to. Yeah, let's do it. It's so strange to have no engine noise at all. Well, just a little bit. It's a heavy car, but good brakes. No gears. Good traction. Yeah, there's no need for traction control at all. I'm assuming this is a 4-wheel drive. I'm curious to see how fast it will go on the long straight, or even here. Will it reach 300 here? No. Ooh, it's limited to 150. Ah, okay, I see. I wonder if... Nah, this is an auto car. I wonder if it would be possible to change the gearing. You know what? I'll just interrupt to do that. So, let's just quickly... I've just started, so it's quite easy to set it up again. Let's see if there's a fully customizable gearbox. No, it won't. There won't be. It's just one gear, isn't it? So it shouldn't be possible to change the gear radius. Yeah, not available. And yeah, not available. Okay. Thought it was worth checking anyway. I'm pretty sure you cannot change it in the settings either. It's just limited to 250 kilometers per hour. It is what it is. Okay, so again, same settings as before. I didn't change anything, so yeah, that's good. Starts. And we're back. Yeah, you can change nothing. There's nothing that you can change in here. Okay. I didn't buy anything for this car. It's just, as I bought it, no upgrades at all. So, only the tires that I changed to Sport Soft. That's the only thing I changed. Oh. Too eager there. Not having gears is really disturbing. Kind of, I use gears as a reference in each corner, but without it, it's much harder to know the speed at which it should be. Now, I'm pretty sure I'll have to brake for that left-hander. Yeah, on road tires, it's expected. Particularly in a car this heavy. I'm curious about the lap time this will do. Not this one, because this is just getting used to the car. Probably not the seconds either. But if I manage a clean lap at some point, I'm curious. It's very difficult though without gears. It's the first time I drive this car. I just bought it half an hour ago, 1 hour ago, and I was taking a break, so it's the first car I'm driving since that break. Previously I was driving that American car, which I can't recall, Camaro? Was it Camaro? Can't remember. I'm not a specialist in American muscle cars. Yeah, traction control is off, but you don't really need it here. Oof, sorry. I mean, let's see. This is one of the trickiest parts, traction-wise. Yeah, no. I was just full on, full gas, and it was perfectly fine. Can even do a bit of off-roading. Advantages of four-wheel drive. Ooh, now that I can do. Oh, I forget that in this manual. Oh, it's so annoying. yeah, these auto cars that only have one gear, you have to hold the pedal shift to reverse. Very annoying. Yeah, it's a bit soft. It would benefit from sport suspension. Such a refined ride, you know. Like, typically I race on the Nurburgring with race cars, and the noises of the curbs, etc., are quite loud. Not on this one. Ah. Okay. Right, I'll focus now. Shut up for a bit. I think we pass. So nice of you, thank you. Very composed. At this speed, at least. Sorry. Sorry, PlayStation controlled cars. So I'm apologizing to the PlayStation, basically. Again. My bad. Right. Oh, they went to the trouble of doing the back. Lovely. It's a beautiful place to be in. Panoramic glass roof. Lovely. Yep. That's as fast as we go, isn't it? Thank you. Sorry. Just you guys are too slow. I need to shell out a few pounds and buy that GT7 whatchamacallit upgrade where you get better PlayStation controlled opponents, better AI. Okay. It's frustrating because they're so slow. And it's professional levels, as fast as they get. Too eager there. Okay, so let's see how fast we can take this corner. Not too bad. Considering this car must weigh like, what, more than 2 tons for sure. I'm glad this is not real life, otherwise that would have been very expensive. This is really stupid, because you only have one reverse speed, I think, right? Because I'm pressing the left pedal shift, and as soon as I touch the gas pedal, it goes into drive. That's very stupid. There should be another way. Eesh. Come on. Okay, yeah, I should brake more for that corner. Alright, thought I was going to lose it, but managed to grab it. Ah, thank you. Too fast. Still room for improvement in these two corners. Could definitely have done them a bit faster. Yeah, definitely it is four-wheel drive because you can feel it on the force feedback. You can feel it on the wheel. And with this level of power, I would be surprised if it wasn't anyways an electric car, because it's really easy to make an electric car four-wheel drive. Too fast here. Too fast. Looks good. I'm not so sure about the rear, to be honest. I like the front. I really like the interior. Not the dashboard so much, but these seats are really nice. Right. Yeah. This is no GT3 car or race car. Definitely. Oops, sorry. Distracted and radar was off. And no rear view mirror either. Okay. Accelerated too soon. It's very easy to drive. Very easy to drive. The only thing that's hard is reference speeds for corners, because if there were gears, you would know, okay, I do this in third gear, that one in fourth, etc. But without gears, it's very difficult. Getting a lot of help from that brake indicator. That's what's guiding me, basically. So, if you catch the slipstream, how fast do we go? Same thing, limited to 250. Right. Too fast. Yeah. Need to slow down more in there. It's a heavy girl. It is. This Polestar has been eating a lot of deep fried stuff. Right. So much for a clean lap again. Well, way back. Great thing is that it can get to almost 250 here, and this is uphill, considerably uphill. So 245 I think, so almost top speed in here. Ah yeah, forget that I have to brake for this corner. Try to remember next lap. Traction is just amazing. Considering the acceleration you get, it's really, really amazing. These curbs are high and I keep forgetting it. Some tall curbs. It's very easy to correct as well. Famous last words. But very easy to correct, even though it's quite heavy. Focus, 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 focus. Too fast on that corner. Oh man, it's so difficult to reverse in this. Will that cleanup ever come? I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. So, slipstream. Anything that can be gained? Well, uphill you should improve a bit, right? forgot to turn. Oh, thank you kindly. Right, focus. So best lap time so far, 8 minutes roughly, 7:59.810. And I'm pretty sure that was a lot of lost time on that lap, but let's see what we can do. Alright, comparing to the previous lap, 8:14 so to say, and now I've managed to crash. I've managed to crash. So much for my clean lap. Okay. Right, so I must have lost here, what, 10 seconds? Maybe I crashed on the previous lap as well. We'll see. I believe that those times are compared to the last lap or the best one, I'm not sure. Pushing it too hard. Yeah. Forgot to brake. Was distracted looking at the times. Right, I think this lap will still be better than the previous one, unless I mess it up badly, but I still can't do the best lap. I'll need to brake a bit for this one. Good. Too square. That was just stupid. Putting that wheel on the grass. Right. I missed the mini carousel. Not sure what I did wrong there, because I lifted. Wonder if when I lifted I lost grip. Oh, even though this was catastrophic, still managed to do better than on the previous lap. Oh no, not better. 7.9 seconds I lost there. So I think that might be compared to the best lap. I wonder. Ooh, 6 seconds I gained there. Nice. Okay, let's see now. I thought I could grab it, but I couldn't. Oh man. Yeah. Not great. How much time did I lose here? 16 seconds. Right. Let's try to keep it clean the rest of the lap, but it will be a bit harder now. Why did you brake so much? Why don't I brake more? 2 seconds, 0.3, worse than the best. Okay. So I wonder if in there it's the best per section. Maybe it is. Better now. Useful to have these space cars. sounds good. Lifted a bit, but not too much. Almost flat. Maybe it's possible to do it flat if I enter better. In more capable hands, probably that can all be done flat. Stretching my left leg. Seconds better in that section, right? It's extremely composed on braking. Extremely composed. You just have to account for its huge mass. So, okay, so that was with the base version. What time did I do there? I didn't even do the fastest lap. That's poor. Consistency is key. Right, so let's upgrade it a bit. So let's save this replay anyways. Save replay, okay. And now let's do some upgrades. Actually no, I need a break, so what I'll do is I'll leave you with this replay for now. And showcase, and I will come back and change a few things in the car. And see how it performs. Right, I'll see you in a bit. That's the fall in my trap. So, Vihra thinks that. Oh, Okay, back in action. So we've kind of seen what the car can do, even though I didn't manage to get a clean lap, and its original form. So now let's go to improve it a bit. Actually, let me see how much money I have, because I wanted to buy the, what is it, Gran Turismo. This is the reason why I bought the Polestar 5, by the way. So I need to buy the F3500B Gran Turismo. Let's see how much it costs. I think it's more than this anyways. Gran Turismo. $1 million. Okay, I can spend a bit of money improving that car. So let's go see what we can do with the Polestar. Nothing here. Ooh, weight reduction stage 5. So yeah, 2.5 tons. That's kind of what I thought. So let's do weight reduction. That'll do wonders for this car. So we're starting at 2503 kilos. Okay. Whew, we've already shed 0.5 ton. 1900, 1800, and 300,000. Okay, that's not worth it for 75 kilos. Okay, no thank you. Right, obviously none of this can be done. Extreme. We could buy this, even though I think it's a bit overkill for this car. Let's save a bit of money and just go for, well, 16,000, 8,000 plus pads. I never know if these include the pads or not. I assumed yes, but then I was doubting myself. So if you do this, increases performance points a bit. This increases a lot. Okay, I'm assuming it includes the pads, because in the carbon ceramic brake kits there are no pads. Okay, so yeah, let's go for these ones. Slotted, looks good. Now, nothing else I can do here except for the suspension. Do I go for fully customizable or just semi-racing, height adjustable? Fully customizable. Okay. So suspension, because the car was quite floating a lot, very soft suspension, so we'll lower it a bit, get it a bit harder. That should make a massive difference. I don't think there's much more we can do here, to be honest. Whoa. Oh wow, okay, it can be tuned like this. Nice. Even though the speed limit will be the same, I'm assuming that it will still be limited to 250 kilometers per hour, but let's get it anyway. Can never have too much power, and it will be faster to reach those 250 kilometers per hour anyways. Body rigidity, let's leave it as is. Nothing here, and nothing here. Okay. Now, the big question is, do I go for racing tires or not? I feel like that's cheating a bit. This is a road car, so let's keep it to the sports soft that we have. Okay, so another thing is, can we get aero here? Not here, but white body. Let's see what white body does in this car. Can you see a difference? Yeah, small difference. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference. It's just cosmetics because the wheels stay in the same place, didn't they? Yeah. Does it look better? I think it does. I think particularly the front looks much better. Or is it the same? I'm really struggling. Yeah, it's a bit wider. Why not? Let's do it. Stretch. Yeah, looks better. Yeah, happy with that. Maybe. Oh. Do I like it? I'm not sure, to be honest. Let's leave it for now. Venturi in the back. I think the Venturi in the back looks good. Definitely a keeper. And wing. Yeah, let's go ape. Hi. I like it. Now. No. I think Type 7 looks good. What about this one? Potentially. I wish there was a rotating view for this as well. It's a bit difficult to judge without looking at the car rotating. Actually, I think that Type 7 was quite nice, or maybe this Type 12. Type 7. Right. I think it looks good. It's a massive wing. Is it wider than the car? Sorry. Just the width of the car, basically. Roughly. Okay. Okay. So now, let's go to settings. Let's go again for, I'm not sure it's 5 or 3 laps. I have stuff to do, so 3 laps. Let's do this. Now, can we adjust downforce? Yes, we can. Okay, considering that I have a lot of power and speed is limited to 250, and now I have even more power, so I'll go for maximum downforce. So keeping the difference between front and rear, so 170, 60, 110. So let's go here 320, and here doesn't go to 210, which should keep to 120. So it's minimal. Let's leave it like this. Now suspension. I don't think I want it any lower, to be honest. This is already lower than the original car, for sure. And the Nurburgring is quite irregular. The tarmac, so leave it like that. Now anti-roll bar, increase it a bit. Let's go for 8. Compression, extension. I'll leave these as they are. I'll keep these as they are as well, and the camber. Yeah, let's give this a try. All right. Yeah, handles much better. Ultimate grip, I think it's kind of the same because it's limited by the tires. Mostly. We'll see as I do a few more laps. Yeah, still limited to 250, but feels like it's getting there faster because we gain like 100 something horsepower. It's braking better, much better. The racing brakes do make a difference. The brakes upgrade is fantastic. As with the sport suspension, racing suspension makes a massive difference. Oops, sorry. Only realized you were indicating later. I think the suspension settings are quite good as they are. Not too hard. I think it's good. Don't do that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this kind of direction changes. I wouldn't be able to do it keeping the car stable with the original suspension. The reinforced roll bars do make a difference. Are the roll bars? Curious about this corner. I wasn't carrying as much speed as because I didn't do the previous corner correctly, but felt a bit better. That's a lot of power even for four wheels. Yeah, the car is even easier to drive now. Very, very easy. Of course, it can only go as fast as the sport tires allow it. It's rubber limited, basically. Too eager. Even when going off track, I think it's far more stable now. Yeah, I lose focus when I speak. Not my first language, English, which makes it even harder to speak while I'm driving. I can't give it full power there, no way. Even with the other oh yeah, the other downforce as well. That makes a difference as well, of course. But even with the other downforce, yeah, I didn't enter it very well. I'm terrible at that corner, but still, I don't think it's possible to do it on full power. Looking good, my Polestar. Same old in here, still looking good. Nice wing. Now let's see if I can do this without braking. Yeah, much better. Oof, 725. Okay, it was a much cleaner lap, but not clean yet. So let's see. This is not a clean lap either, but let's see what I can do. I think this car might have the potential to do 7 seconds in hands more capable than mine. Yeah. The downforce in there, you can really tell the difference. Yeah, so same here. Downforce in here comes in handy. Because of the engine upgrade, I think the speed at what we're getting to the limiter of 250 kilometers per hour is practically the same. Ooh, can I do this full power now? Maybe. Oh, and of course, the car now has 700 kilos less, almost. It went from 2.5 tons to 1,800 kilos. Massive difference as well. Too eager, but managed to keep it. Didn't lose it there. Four-wheel drift, I think. Nice. Room for improvement in that corner. I'm not very good at it. Improved 4 seconds in that section. Okay. And in here, still going at 245. That's, well, a bit slower than before, I think. But not massively. And the trade with the other downforce, I totally take it, yeah. Maybe I can do that flat. I didn't turn the steering wheel as much as I should have, I think. Particularly considering that it has four-wheel drive. I think had I turned it more, maybe I could have done it full power. I didn't enter it very well either. So much easier to catch it now. Considerable amount of time lost there. I didn't stick to the inside as much as I should. And that corner is critical because then it's the long straight, even though it's quite fast going, achieving top speed. Compared to other cars, it doesn't make such a big difference, but still a few seconds that you lose there. Previous lap wasn't perfect either. I think I did pretty much the same, so I expect that in this section it will be roughly the same time. Well, depends how you do those corners, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah. 0:30, almost the same. Worse than the previous lap? No, better. Well, I thought it was good, the previous one, in that section. I definitely didn't expect to gain. Oh, I think I went wide on the first corner, yeah. Yeah, I think it was that. So far so good. Yeah, I think this could be done flat. I shied away from it, but almost sure it can be done flat now. 7:13. So yeah, I think this car definitely has the potential for 7:00 in its current form. Better, much better. I think I will improve my time in this section. Yes. 7:10. So got distracted. Okay. Saved it. That was pretty terrible. But because it accelerates so fast, you end up not losing as much time as you could lose. Still bad in there. So no clean lap. These tires are getting severely punished. If tire wear was on, I'm not sure what would happen. Right. Something you would never do in real life. Unless you're mental and have a death wish. Again, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do the last corner in this car. Maybe I just need to brake more. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong because I saw that I was going too fast, so I braked a little bit, and braking seems like it made it worse, and I didn't expect that. I think somehow because of the four-wheel drive and probably some the way the car uses the four-wheel drive to steer into the corner, when you stop accelerating you lose that effect. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, will this be better than my previous lap? No, 10 seconds. I don't know what time I did. I would have to watch the replay, but 7:13. No, that was the time I set on the previous lap, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so these few tweaks, which are pretty much what you can do with this car, in this car, there's not really a lot of upgrades you can do to the car. So basically it was suspension. So I went for the racing suspension. It was computer update, fully customizable computer or whatever, that gave it 100, roughly 100 horsepower more, I think. And so suspension, and the aero, so adding the wing and the spoiler, so I could adjust the aero. So I went for maximum downforce while keeping the balance as in the original spec, and it seemed to work fine, the balance of the car, I think. That said, maybe that's why in the last corner it was going wide a bit. Maybe I was getting a bit of understeer because I added a bit more downforce in the back than previously by comparison to the front. So yeah, I don't know. So it was the aero, racing suspension, upgraded computer. So yeah, that's completely transformed the car. Much easier to drive, much more stable in direction changes everywhere. Higher speed in a number of corners, mostly due to the added downforce, I suppose. Working the tires more. And the lower height helps as well. Suspension is a bit harder, roll bars are substantially harder. Yeah, it made a massive difference. Oh, and the brakes, of course, yeah. Racing brakes, that made a huge difference as well. The car stops in a much shorter distance now. Overall, I really like this car. Oh, and the weight saving, of course. So I went to... The only thing I didn't do was the extreme section of weight saving because it costed 300,000 credits. That would take it to 1,700 kilos, I think, 1.7 tons. And currently it's 1.8 tons compared to 2.5. So still 700 kilos lighter than in its original form. So, and that is noticeable as well. The car feels lighter. Very good car. Very, very drivable, very fun to drive in Nurburgring, except for the fact that it doesn't have gears. That really removes a layer of interaction, which is a shame. But yeah, so I'll leave it with a replay of these 3 laps, and I'll come back for more. See you in a bit. All right. To all my 0 viewers, I'm back. But I'm finishing this stream now because that was really good fun, the Polestar. You can watch my comments, my review of the Polestar 5 performance before this replay started. I don't know if it looped already. Yeah, I mean, if you want to check, I don't know if it's looped already, the replay or not, but anyways, spoiler alert, if you're watching this at this moment, the You're not, because there's 0 watching. But anyways, this lap wasn't a clean lap, and it was worse than the previous. So 7:13 was the best I managed to do. Pretty sure the car is good for sub 7 easily. And yeah, with those improvements, upgrades I did, brakes, suspension, aero, and computer that gave it 100 extra horsepower. It's fantastic car. Very easy to drive, and still a bit on the heavy side, but very good. I'll finish this now, and I'll go do probably Nurburgring on a Group 3 car, or, well, I need to check the races. I haven't been playing lately. First time I'm playing in more than a month, so I'm going to check the daily races and start a new broadcast under a different title. Bye-bye.